just a big, fat panda.
I'm not a big fat panda.
I'm the big fat panda. Skadoosh.
Hello and welcome to Big Fat Panda show number 57. If I look a little bit rough, it's because I am. I just got back from 10 days in California. It was a whirlwind Hollywood Disneyland conference adventure for the people that I work for, Magical Vacation Planner. The guest for today will be Adelaida Mendoza, the Magical Vacation Planner, the MVP of MVP. Speaking of Magical Vacation Planner, please let me thank them. If you need a travel agent services, please call the number on your screen or fill out the no obligation request form at pandamvp.com. No, I am not an agent, but you will be connected to one of the best agents in the industry. So I am literally still recovering from this Adventures by Disney backstage magic in California. That part was 5 nights, and then we went on to do some more Disneyland and then a conference for the people that I work for, a Magical Vacation Planner. But before we get into that trip, let's cover what's happening at home. The Pirates of the Caribbean Redhead scene changed. Sure, I wasn't the first one out of the gate with the video because I was in California and I'm like, it changed. Honestly, I thought it was an unnecessary change. I didn't think we really needed to change it, but after we did, it looks pretty cool. It's cool. If I didn't know to look for it, I probably wouldn't notice that anything had changed.
Show them your flag.
Hey, send them Henson Davy Jones. It's the rum they want. Bring up the arties.
Weigh anchor now, you swabbies. What be I offered for these hearty hens? Everyone an egglet. Scurvy scoundrels. Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10.
10, I'll give you 20 for the raw.
Pipe down, you lily-livered lubber. Strike your feathers, dearie. Show 'em your flock.
Send them Henson Davy Jones.
I really would like to hear your comments on it and what you think about it. Just put some comments below. That would be awesome. Also, it's Flower and Garden over at Epcot until May 28th. It is beautiful, especially if you're on the monorail. You take the monorail around.
Land of an out-of-this-world mission to Mars. At Test Drive, you can experience the exhilaration of test driving a vehicle on the longest and fastest ride ever created at Walt Disney World. Coming into view is World Showcase. Directly across from us on the far shore of the World Showcase Lagoon is our host pavilion, the American Adventure.
There are some really great food and merchandise offerings for Flower and Garden. Unfortunately, there are no new topiaries. It's got me a little annoyed, but I realize not everybody is there every year like I am and like us locals are. So for those people, the topiaries are still beautiful, and there are a lot of new food things, especially the pretzel bread over in Germany. They say that it's ham. I love bacon. I do not like ham. It tastes like bacon to me, so I liked it. This pretzel bread is pretty delicious. I'd go over to Germany and get some before I take it. I mean, before they run out. Also, I am embracing Instagram. Big Fat Panda Show on Instagram. Please follow me there. I'm going to be posting there very often now because I have my nieces and nephews. They're like 11 and 15 telling me, Uncle Panda, how are you still on Facebook? And I'm like, I love Facebook. They're like, Instagram is where it's at. So apparently I'm going with the millennials onto Instagram, keeping Facebook and Twitter and stuff, but apparently Instagram is a big deal. I've been doing a lot more 4K videos of attractions that I have done before. So the most recent one that I just did was Frozen Ever After in Epcot. It looks really nice when you get close up in 4K. Of course, this show is not in 4K, so you can't really get it, but if you go and look on bigfatpanda.com where all the videos are, you will see these things. So let's talk about my Disneyland trip. I actually never thought that I would get out there. I did not want to fly. I did not like flying. I did go first class. That definitely helped with the seat, with the wideness. I fit great. That was awesome. I was petrified to take off. When we landed over in Los Angeles, it was nighttime. There was a very nice Adventures by Disney guide with my name on it waiting for me. We went to the Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood. Let's have a heart-to-heart about Hollywood. Have you been? It's not hooray for Hollywood, it's a little seedy. It's a lot seedy, actually. Where the stars are in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, that's, you got to keep your wallet close to you and stuff like that. It's a little scary. There's some big fat Spider-Men, my size, dressed in Spider-Man costume, and they think that I want to pay to take a picture with them. No, sorry, barking up the wrong tree. People are handing you CDs to listen to their music, and it's like, no, I don't want a CD, but it's free, but I don't want to walk around with it, and I don't want to throw it out on you. It was a very strange dynamic, so that was a little weird, but I got to see Hollywood. I got to see the Dolby Theatre where the Oscars are held. We got to see the Chinese Theater, and I was with a bunch of MVP Magical Vacation Planners, and we all think that the Great Movie Ride should have the Great Movie Ride should be inside the Chinese Theater, not a movie theater. But wow, what a beautiful ceiling. Here's a little bit of the day at Hollywood with Adventures by Disney.
Sun is out, the sky is blue, it's beautiful. It's soaring. All right. So we're going to be going out today into the beautiful world of Hollywood, and we're going to be checking out some iconic pieces that make Hollywood Hollywood. Okay. Sure. All right, everybody got their shot?
So this is one of the entrances of the Dolby Theatre. It's also one of the entrances to the Academy Awards, or also the Oscars. So one day out of the year, the mall has to commit to completely shutting down, and that's Oscar Sunday. So they basically transformed this mall into making it look like you're in the grandest place ever. They'll put big drapery up to cover all the names of the shops. The red carpet literally runs from the front door of the Dolby. Right down here to get right here, this first row past the cross aisle. Now, the current museum for that come together with giant brass staples securely in place. Not only are they decorative, but the ventilation that was there. He is the only animated character to have done a footprint ceremony, an official footprint ceremony in the forecourt. Back in 1984, for Donald Duck's 50th birthday, we placed his web prints in the cement. Now, Mickey had already done a star on the Walk of Fame. Of course, Mickey and Donald are friends, but they're rivals. So what would be a way that Donald would upstage his friend? He would get his web prints in cement versus Mickey getting a star on the Walk of Fame. So we did a footprint ceremony for Donald Duck. At the bottom, of course, you see Clarence Nash's name, C. Ducky Nash right there, of course.
You really feel safe when you're with Adventures by Disney. We had great guides. Michael Rodriguez, Lori Coulis, and Alyssa Dancer, who's being trained, who's going to be a great guide too. Thank you to all three of you. We went to the Henson Studios, and you really couldn't film anything there. There's not a lot to see and film there to begin with. It's the old Charlie Chaplin Studios, but I did get to see a Skeksis, and that made my day. If you have not seen The Dark Crystal, you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you've watched The Dark Crystal, Netflix is doing a prequel to it now, a series. It's great, and I got to see a Skeksis up close. We also got to visit the Griffith Park Carousel, or merry-go-round, if you will, and that was Walt Disney's inspiration to build Disneyland.
It came about when my daughters were very young, and Saturday was always Daddy's Day with the two daughters. So we'd start out and try to go someplace with, different things, and I would take them to the merry-go-round, and I took them different places, and as I'd sit there while they rode the merry-go-round, did all these things, sit on a bench, eating peanuts, I felt that there should be something built, some kind of an amusement enterprise built where the parents and the children could have fun together.
also went to the Disney Studios, and I just love the building with the Seven Dwarfs holding it up. That is just awesome. We went to Imagineering. Again, I couldn't film anything, but we got to sit in what's called the Dish, and the Dish is the virtual reality area. It's like the holodeck on Star Trek, where you can ride a ride before it's done, so the Imagineers know how to change it and stuff before it's ever actually even built. Disneyland itself was charming. That's the best way that I could describe it. The beautiful cobblestone streets, I did like that better than here. You know, I'm always making comparisons. Whether we want to or not, we make comparisons. Their castle, I put Pound, not my castle, and that created controversy on Facebook in a fun way. I mean, there's a mountain next to the castle that's bigger than the castle, so that's a little weird. But their main street is great. Their Fantasyland, I don't want to get choked up or emotional, but it was emotional to me because I had a few hours to myself in Fantasyland, and for me, just going on the dark rides and having Mr. Toad there was almost like a dream. It was almost like I was in our Fantasyland, and I said, you know, put Toad back. And there it was. And I got to ride Mr. Toad, and that was great. They're Alice in Wonderland, and I'm not an Alice in Wonderland. I don't like the movie. It's not my thing. I love the dark ride. It's one of those things where you can reach out and just touch everything. I mean, you don't out of respect, but the fact that you can, and it's intimate, and it's just great. The Pinocchio ride is weird. It's very dark. It's very the bad parts of Pinocchio. I mean, that's weird. Their Snow White Scary Adventures is awesome, except there's no Snow White and Prince at the end, which, you know, again, everything is comparison, but oh, their Pirates is epic. Their Small World is epic. Please bring the Disney characters into our small world, please. But their Pirates, they could never make our Pirates like their Pirates. That bayou with the lightning bugs, and it was amazing. That really was amazing. I wish we had that stuff. Their Indiana Jones is great, is awesome. Probably my favorite ride is in California Adventure, Radiator Springs.
Whoa! Slow down! You're not racing yet. Just follow Mater into town to get ready. Mater! Coming, Sheriff! Howdy! Here's the big race. It's gonna be fun! Hey, here we go, track. Where's the car? Going up to the starting line.
It takes more than new tires to win a race. I do cruising. I'll tell you what's a bit hard. Getting into the groove. So pay attention.
Yes! Now you will have the chance to make this the most glorious race of your life. Do it for the show. Try to get ready and come on.
And then all the feels in the world with the wonderful world of color.
There's a carousel of color, wonderful, a rainbow of imagination, a blue rolling sea, a red summer, a sunset in the sky.
was a lot I didn't get to experience because they're doing construction. And I tell you, when I took that flight back home, I thought, I'm never getting on a plane again. And I found myself thinking about planning a trip back. I am happy to be home, believe me. I love my Magic Kingdom, my Epcot, my Animal Kingdom, my Disney Studios, or whatever you want to call it now. I love it, so I'm happy to be home, but I will definitely visit, I think, that area again, especially as it undergoes changes and stuff. It was wonderful, it was charming, it was awesome. It's a good trip. I will also say I am thrilled. The company I work for, Magical Vacation Planner, they got awarded the highest level of accolade that Disney could give them. And I got a little clip of, I think it's a cell phone video, so it's not the greatest, of Jamie and JJ Eubanks receiving the award from Disney. I was sitting in the back to like kind of oversee things, so it's kind of hard to see, but they got the award.
Yeah, Mom! Guys, this I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I thank you, Steve, JJ, Michelle, Betsy, Doug. Welcome to the party. It's just going to keep getting better, guys. Woo!
Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to check out some more of my favorite merchandise picks for the month of March. I'm Corinne Anderson, and you know, I'm a Disney merchandise addict, so let's go. So as a typical girly girl, I of course love the color pink. Definitely light pink too. So here at Walt Disney World, they just released a new Minnie Mouse collection, and it's all in light pink. You have the cute hat, the cute bag, there's shirts, there's scarves, there's pens, there's notebooks, everything you would want in the same matchy color. So I'm like really old, so I do remember a Disney afternoon. I don't know if you do, but if you have like Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, woohoo, you will recognize these shirts. I'm just such a fan of the, like, should we call it retro by now? But the retro style that they keep bringing into the Walt Disney World parks. So it is very hard to spot new Disney mugs here at Walt Disney World because they're all so great. But we have a couple new villain ones. So if you like Disney villains, you're going to be really happy with this Evil Queen Poison Apple mug. And we also have a really cool Maleficent mug. They're kind of new. I don't think you've seen them before. And I mean, who doesn't need 20 Disney mugs? So I hope you guys enjoyed a little look at my favorite merchandise picks for this month, and there's a tons of Disney merchandise here at the park, so if you want to see even more Disney merchandise, make sure you visit Disney Lifestyles on Instagram. Have a good night!
I am here with Adelaida Mendoza. Now, I didn't know if I was going to have a guest for this show because I just got back from Disneyland, so I look rough. Rougher than usual. Yes. I don't look like the beautiful panda I want to be. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Panda.
Adelaida Mendoza is the MVP of MVP. Now, what I mean by that is she's a Disney fanatic, but she is the top salesperson in Magical Vacation Planner. We're not going to give you a big advertisement for her, but technically we are. But we're going to make it entertaining for you. Hello, honey. I give you
Hola!
Oh, and the phone ring. We'll let it go. Adelaida, if you haven't realized yet from her accent, is Latina. Your first language is Spanish.
It's Spanish, that's correct.
What I love about following you on Facebook, and we're going to put your name up here so that they can follow you on Facebook, is she is aware that a lot of people don't understand Spanish. I know a little bit of it. And so you kind of help.
Kind of, yeah, because with my expression, yeah.
And there's always a little translation button at the end that I hit. Sometimes it's not so accurate, but usually it tells you the gist of what's going on.
Yes, that's true.
You just did a little video for Toy Story Land.
Oh, yes.
Now, you went to an event for Toy Story Land?
The company just sent me to the Toy Story Land showcase. And, of course, I used all the props and everything, and I did my mini video promoting.
I'm going to show a clip of the mini video.
Yes.
Okay. What excites you the most about what you learned?
Well, basically, as a mother of 3, Toy Story is part of my oldest son's childhood. because I experienced each of them. So I get very excited because it's just like the way that Disney is giving us this experience is that you're going to be in Andy's playground. So you're going to be this tiny toy. It's just like when Honey, I Shrunk the Kids,
yes.
that we used to have that experience when we were teenagers, probably. Now you have that with Toy Story Land. So it doesn't matter. It's just like the magic. The magic is there that you will be able to shrink and be at Andy's
I think it's his backyard, right?
Backyard. It's the
so
backyard.
The grass is going to be big and
big,
stuff.
Big. Even the roller coaster with the little dash, the sticky dog, and then you will have my favorite of all is the aliens.
The
Finally, I will be inside the box.
What kind of ride? The alien ride looked like remember the whip when we were young? The whip? Is that what it's like?
I think it's something like that. It's going to be like a flying saucer or crazy carts. But then only one person on that ride will be trapped by the clock. I'm getting excited about that. Maybe because you're going to be selected. I don't know who, but when you ride, it's just like that. I don't know. It's very exciting.
Like one person out of the group?
The group that they're riding.
So you can ride it over and over, maybe a different experience.
Maybe, yes.
That'll be fun.
Yes.
How old were you when you first had your love for Disney? What is your youngest memory of Disney? Was it a very young?
As a toddler.
A toddler. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened? You watched TV?
What I remember is that my favorite character of all is Mickey Mouse, and I remember having my blankets and everything. And then my first visit was when I was in pre-K, when I was 4 years old, in 1976. So I remember my first visit of the princess. My favorite is Snow White. I still remember meeting Snow White with for the very first time, and then Mickey Mouse. So yes, I remember. All those memories are coming back and forward. And
now, did you know that you wanted to be involved with Disney as a young kid, or not really just happened?
Basically, yes, because when I was
where did you grow up?
I'm from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico. When I get married, I just moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So all my life, I was in Puerto Rico, traveling every 2 years to the magic, experience the magic. It was my favorite spot. Like, I think everybody else will love Disney. So basically, yes, I had the opportunity to be part of the magic, enjoy all my stages as a girl, as a preschool, teenager, and even now as a mother.
And I'm sorry to leave the magic for 1 second, but I have to ask. Do you have family right now in Puerto Rico?
Yes.
How is everything going after the storm?
Little by little, they're working it out.
Okay, but it's still...
It's still...
They really got devastated.
Tough. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, coming back to the magic now, I did have to ask about that. Okay, so you moved then from there to Albuquerque, New Mexico. How old are you now in New Mexico when you moved to New Mexico?
I was already, grown up.
20s, 30s?
In my 30s.
How did you get to Orlando?
Because after 12 years, we had the opportunity to move, and the first place that I told my husband, said, let's go to Orlando.
Was Disney the big part of that? See, that's it.
Yes.
You don't want, sometimes I don't like to admit it to people. They say, why did you move? And I'm like, oh, work. But no, it was Disney.
Disney.
When did you start working for Magical Vacation Planner?
In 2015.
Okay, did you realize when you started, that's only 3 years ago, that you would be so successful with them?
No. Okay. And to be honest, as my career is teacher. I've been an early childhood teacher, dual language teacher for 20 years. So I was...
You're teaching Spanish?
Yeah, that's my
why
master.
Your Facebook... Oh, that's why... Okay, I didn't know this. This is why your Facebook is so good at helping people learn Spanish. Awesome.
As a dual language teacher, yeah, because you use your movement, you use your face, and you know, as a teacher, you always need to present, and it's like a big character, and that's me. That goes with my personality.
Why do people call you the fairy godmother? You're not old enough to be a fairy godmother, but that's who they say.
Yeah, they call me Hada Madrina. That it means in English.
How do you say it?
Hada Madrina.
Hada Madrina.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And they know me as the fairy godmother or Tinkerbell. Just like Tinkerbell, because Tinkerbell, I always use pixie dust everywhere. Every time that I treat my extended family to create those magical vacation, I always share the pixie dust. And that's what I do. You know, I enjoy
it. Comes off.
It's just like, you know, you talk about Disney and
you light up.
I light up.
It's very hard to be around you and not smile. I can tell you that. Let me ask you this. Do you find that the Spanish culture is different to book a vacation for than American? Now, and I realize you don't have to be Spanish to book a vacation with Adelaide. Mm-hmm. Is it different? Are they looking for a different vacation when you book somebody from Puerto Rico to Orlando? Is it different than booking someone from Illinois? Or is everybody looking for the same thing?
Everybody's looking, creating magical memory for their family, and it all depends. Maybe with me as a Latina, they make that connection because sometimes the language is a kind of a barrier, but the magic is there. It doesn't matter if I speak Spanish and I have a from New Mexican family that they would like to come and come to the magic. I will treat the same way. You know, it's the magic. But sometimes with the language, especially my family's from Puerto Rico, if you're seeing, hi, everybody, hola, I'm here. Is that part of, I don't know, I treat them like my extended family. Each of my clients are like that. So it's just like treating like my sister is coming to the magic, my cousin is coming to the magic, and we prepared that pixie dust, that magic is involved there. I
think also with Disney, it's not just a hotel and a stay. There's so many details between the restaurants and the fast passes, and there's a whole lot. It's very different to be an agent for Disney.
Yes.
I think you really have to know it and enjoy it yourself. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, can you imagine somebody who says, I don't go to Disney, I don't like Disney, let me book your Disney vacation? You have to be passionate about it in order to know all the little ins and outs.
Yes.
And if someone wanted to book a vacation with you, and now I should say that I'm saying it wrong. Adelaida or Adelaida?
Adelaida.
Adelaida has a team. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they may not get you. They may get part of your team.
Part of my team.
How would somebody contact you to book a vacation? Do you have a phone number?
Yeah, you can contact me at area code 787-667-8878.
And is there a website also that you have?
Of course. This is the new hashtag. If you do hashtag Orejitas Magicas, you need to see it right here. You will get me. You will find me. Hashtag Orejitas Magicas. I'm in Facebook. Orejitas Magicas by MVP Adelaida Mendoza.
So now, about the future of Disney stuff coming out, what has you the most excited? Is it? And it doesn't have to be the big one, but it might be. Is it Toy Story? Is it Star Wars? Is it the hotel, Star Wars Hotel? Is it what is?
Basically, I think each year we have something special that you are waiting, and because Disney is going to impact you with all the new things, the new future or marketing that they're using. So now this year is Toy Story Land, but also we are excited about Star Wars Land. Especially what caught my attention 2 years ago when they were explaining is that the cast members are going to be dressed up as a Star Wars character, just like then when you go to the little lounge and you have the little drinks. That's the experience, and I would like to experience
no
that.
Coca-Cola.
No Coca-Cola. So it will be fun, and for those Star Wars fans just like my oldest son, they're counting that day for the hotel. The experience will be, even for one night, it will be amazing.
You also booked the Disney cruises.
Yes, I
Have
do
you
Disney cruises.
been on the Disney?
Of course, and then I'm coming in September again with
you going
with my followers. My followers are coming with me for the first time. Orejitas Magicas is having her first meet and greet group, and we are going to be on the Disney Cruise Line in September celebrating Halloween.
What day?
From September 7th to the 10th.
What ship, in case anybody
It's
wants?
Disney Dream. So if you want to join Orejitas Magicas follower, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do the fish extender. We're going to do characters or costumes. So yes, it's like a little weekend, and you can meet this fairy godmother, Adelaida Mendoza, with some of her crew are coming and enjoy.
So this is one of the MVP awards. Oh yeah, that looks great with the background. This is the $1 Million Club. She's booked over $1 million worth of vacations, which just blows my mind. Now, what I'm going to ask you can pertain to any industry. You don't have to keep holding it. Can pertain to any industry, not just travel. But if you had to give any salesperson, let's say there's someone there and they're selling hair products or they're selling homes, mortgages, what would your suggestion be as far as how to be successful in sales? Because obviously you know how to sell.
Well, basically you need to be yourself, and people really wants to hear about you and your story. Every person have a story, and when you share that story and that person make that connection, obviously they're going to feel not only comfortable with you, but at the same time they trust in you, and then most of the time
and they're repeat clients, because this is not your first year.
Yes, this is my second year. Also to listen to the person, what they need. And
not everybody's the same, yeah.
On this marketing, and this is I learned from my dad when I was making my decision to become independent contractor with MVP, is that you need to listen to your client and look for that particular needs that they're looking for. And maybe when you listen and you share your story, that they don't see that it's a sale, that you can talk about how you enjoy Walt Disney World Parks and Resort, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line. You are sharing your story, and then that's the connection. And then you listen to them what they need.
Right.
If the grandparents that they're going to celebrate the first visit of their grandchildren, if it's the first time visit for the preschooler, quinceañera, sweet 16, even newlyweds, even grown-ups, you listen, and then as a specialist, you are bringing that magic. You personalize that as well. My Instagram
Because I
is
just
the
started
same.
Instagram.
Me
again.
too.
Oh, really?
I just started.
Oh, I thought you were there for a long time.
No,
Okay, what's
we
your
just
Instagram?
started. So hashtag Orejitas Magicas. It's the same.
That's your Instagram too. That's awesome. What does Orejitas mean?
Orejitas mean in the Latino or Hispanics family, when we use the term orejitas, is tips.
So tips on the magic.
On the magic.
That's beautiful. And with that, I'm going to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
It was hard for her to get here. So
Oh yes.
I love you.
Well, this is going to be the first adventure with the fairy godmother and Fat Panda. So
Yes.
yeah, we are having fun, and
I'm going to go
it.
take her to lunch now. Wow. And there you have it, show number 57. Again, sorry for the rough look. I will be a more cleaned up panda after I recover from my whirlwind tour. It's Easter soon. I have to cover a lot this Saturday over at the Magic Kingdom. They do a lot of Easter stuff the day before Easter, if you didn't know. We have a great guest next month for you also. Thank you so much for joining. Also, the prize this month, it's not going to be a shirt for this month. It's going to be something very special that I took back from Disneyland. A few little prizes. All I need you to do for this prize is make sure you're subscribed to BigFatPanda.com, which is the YouTube channel, and make sure you follow me, Big Fat Panda Show, over on Instagram, and put any comment at all on this video so that I know that you followed me over on Instagram. If you follow me already, just put, yeah, I already followed you, blah, blah, blah. And you will be in the running for a prize. Thank you so much. Go forth, create pandemonium. Above all, please keep giving out panda hugs. Give them to everybody you see. And just warm hugs and wishes for you and your family. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again soon. Until next time, Panda out.